Welcome. Hi, welcome to another edition of Facebook Live with Fed Choice Federal Credit Union. How's everybody doing today? I'm Marcia, and you guys have probably seen me before, and we have joined us today is...
I'm Christine, and I've been around once or twice, but I don't do these as often as Marcia and Courtney do.
Yeah, exactly. So we are happy and blessed to have Christine with us today. So we're going to talk about a really, really great topic, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about charity and charitable organizations and some tips of what you can do in terms of charity and doing charity on a budget and doing some worthwhile, supporting some worthwhile agencies, especially when you're on a tight budget. You don't have a little, a lot of money, but you have a little extra, or you can find a little bit of extra. So we're going to discuss a couple of ways that you can support these charities. Sound good? All right, let's get started. Okay, the first thing, use social media. I know you guys are on social media because if you're watching this, you're on social media right now, right? So, and you probably have your social media accounts. That is a helpful tool to promote causes that you are concerned about or that you care about. But you can follow your favorite charities and whatnot. You can link, you can retweet, you can use different posts and stuff of people that you see at those different charities. So that's a great way to get out the word and to help certain causes. Mm-hmm. Another way is use employer matching. Okay, that is a great one. I love that one because if you're passionate about a particular charity, like breast cancer awareness, that's one that is really close to my heart. As many of you probably know someone who maybe has suffered with breast cancer, and that's always been near and dear to me. My mother was she actually had breast cancer as well. She's no longer with us, but she did have that. So that's one that's very, very near and dear to me. If you can, if your employer or your business can actually match up what you're giving, that's a great way. So that employer matching program is just, it's another way to double your money that can go to these particular, charitable events. So check into that, check with your HR and see if that's something that they may be willing to match whatever amounts you put in. Christine?
Yeah. And you know what? I actually I made a donation for something and I actually got a request from them asking if I would check to see about employer matching. So,
perfect. Yeah.
So, I'm actually going to talk about giving while shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one that I've been using for a couple of years. And so if you go on and I'll raise my hand, I shop on Amazon all the time because it's easy. It's convenient. Okay. So Marcia,
kind of.
It's easy. It's convenient. It comes to your house, but there's a site of Amazon that people may not know about, and it's called smile.amazon.com. Mm-hmm. So Smile, you can actually go in, and so long as you start with that URL, smile.amazon.com, you can pick a charity that if they're registered with Amazon, you can do charitable give back just by using that URL. So Amazon will actually turn around and donate a portion of your purchase to them. And so while, your purchase may not be a big one, every penny counts and so much money can go back.
I like that.
It's so cool. It's so easy. And it allows you to donate where you want to go. So, maybe it's one of those big organizations, maybe it's one of those little bitty guys, but everybody can help with that one. So I love that one.
That is really, I love that one too. So next time I go on Amazon, I got to remember to
smile. Exactly.
Right? Okay.
A little smile. So smile.amazon.com. The other one that I wanted to talk about under that same umbrella is shopping at Target. So I use the Target app on my phone, and there's other things that it does, but it allows you to vote for charities that you'd like Target to make a donation to. So some of those big guys out there, it may not be the immediate thing that you think of, but they are giving back, and you have the ability to make an impact with them into the community.
Nice. So, I like that.
Yep. I'm going to also go back a little bit to what Marcia started with about using social media. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you've seen it in your timeline, Marcia, but I've seen it in mine. Mm-hmm. Sometimes instead of a gift, people will ask for a charitable donation these days.
Yep.
And so I've seen that on the rise, and that's another way to do it. So, I'm not sure that I want a flower set for my next birthday, but maybe I'd rather have a donation to whichever charity that I'm leaning towards at that point in time.
Yeah, so. I've seen those. Mm-hmm. And then I'm a little leery with that one though, because I always have to double check to make sure that it's not some kind of, somebody's not doing this, like the scam or whatever.
Right.
But I have seen that, but I
Yep.
have been a little leery. So I've actually called the person and said, "Did you do this?" And they're like, "Yeah, I did that." Okay, I just want to know, you don't want to give it away, but I kind of, because that's my own comfort level.
Yep.
So I just called them and say, "Are you doing this on Facebook, or are you doing this on LinkedIn, or some?" And I was like, "They're like, yeah, oh, okay, this is good. You never got this call. Hang up."
It wasn't me. I'm not here. Go.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ones that I've seen where people can donate to charities, not even just GoFundMe's, but to actual charities too. So yes, I agree, and that's a good point. Keep things secure. Make sure you're vetting where money's going. But those are just, a couple of extra ways that you can make donations. So.
Yep, so cool. So another near and dear to my heart is volunteering.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I love to volunteer my time, my talent, my energies, whatever I have. I just really enjoy volunteering. I know one of the ways here that we do at Fed Choice, two of the ways that I can recall. One is we had a really successful drive years back. Christine, you remember that? It's called Socks.
So others can keep striding. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. So others can keep striving. It was called SOCS, was the acronym that was used for that. And we basically put a container right in our main headquarters in Lanham, right there in the vestibule area. And our members could actually bring in socks as well and put them in the container. Now you're probably saying socks. Okay, you probably got footies in there, little bally socks. But these socks, it was in particular, they needed to be white socks, white cotton socks. And what they were used was for homeless men, because the number one thing that homeless men wanted was socks. They just did not have socks. They, from being out, they would wear their socks down. So we collected so many socks for this organization, and it was really successful. So we handed out those socks, not us personally, but they went back to the organization and they handed them out on the streets to homeless men, and things like that. So we enjoy being a part of that. And again, that was socks.org, sockmovement.org. I don't know if it's still around, but it was then. So we did that. Also, we do Food and Friends. Yep. Food and Friends is an organization in Southeast DC, and pretty big organization. You can go online, check them out too, foodandfriends.org. And they provide nutritious meals for folks around the DMV area. That's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I have to say that because I'm from up north, and DMV means Division of Motor Vehicle. So I just want to be clear that they actually give out meals, nutritious meals that are based on the need of the person. So if a person is diabetic, they have a particular diet, so it would be marked. And we actually volunteered at that institution to give out those meals, and they are huge. So just go online, and that's a place where you can volunteer, or an organization that you may belong to, or even at holiday time with your family. If you want to get on their schedule, you basically get on their schedule. They tell you everything of how to package the foods. It's a great day. It takes about maybe 2.5, 3 hours to do, but you're moving the whole time. So that's another great organization. Another thing that you can do, or what I did when my girls were younger, I always would buy them a new coat every year. So what I did was, when they had a half off price for, buy one coat, get one half price. Well, of course, I'd buy the 2 coats for my daughter, and I'd get another coat. And then I would have my daughters go to Salvation Army or whomever we're donated to. They would go with me, and I would have them present the coat. And actually, the Angel Network is another one. That's another good one, where they would present the coat to a child. The Angel Network pretty much deals with men who are incarcerated that have children. Well, their children, it's basically like a little wish list. Their children will put down on a list what they want, and this organization will kind of match the list up with an inmate, and then they give them, if it's a coat or a toy. And it was a really cool network. So that's another great one. Yeah. Oh, it's really cool and very successful. So that was a good one too. And lastly, on my volunteer, or what I do too, what is good as well, is to round up. And that's not really a volunteer, but when you round up, when you're at the point of sale, and we talk about that too, where you just basically, at Food Lion or Safeway or wherever you are, you would, whatever your purchase comes to, it'll say, would you like to round up to a specific cause? And those causes change too. So just do that. Couple dimes here and there, or nickel or a quarter, all that adds up. and it can help somebody. So those are just ways that that I can think of off the top of my head. Christine, do you have some?
I did. You know what? Charitable giving can actually be absolutely delicious. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. There's been a lot of years that we've ended up with a lot of popcorn or Girl Scout cookies, and I can tell you that my favorite is probably going to be Samoa's. So that's just me. I like the coconut and chocolate. I know there's a lot of Thin Mint fans out there. See, there's always it's like the fight. But those it's a nice way. They don't have to break the bank. It can be a small thing, but it still goes a lot towards making, a donation for somebody else. And then the last one that I can think of is, I sometimes I'll go through my house and there's things that I can't necessarily use anymore, but still have a lot of life left to them. Yeah. So we tend to do a big roundup, and then we'll take things to Goodwill or we'll donate items so that somebody else can use them. So then, they go back out there and it's good for somebody. It didn't cost me necessarily anything. And the other part about that is come tax time, there's a potential for there to be a potential tax benefit. So, there's giving doesn't have to be expensive. There's so many ways to give back that are so easy. Time is. Yeah.
Yeah. And some people, and I know we're going to wrap up real quick, but I know some people are like, well, I really don't want to, I don't want people to really know. I like to do my giving and, I want to kind of remain anonymous. I don't want everybody to know. I don't want to show up it. I know something you can do, and I've done it a couple times, is when I'm in the grocery store, again, I'm going, must be hungry, must be lunchtime. When I'm at the grocery store, if I see somebody behind me and they may only have 2 items and I have a cart full of crap, I let them up. And not only do I let them up, I pay for it. So not a lot of money. I'm not saying somebody walking up with you with a ham and a turkey and, a couple steaks and, no, I'm not talking about that. Just 2 little items. And you just say, you know what? I got them. Just put them on mine and just you go have a great day. Something like that. So again, it's little small things. And I'm a big, big believer in when you give, it will be given back to you.
Yes.
So I believe any one of these ways here, when you give charitably, it comes back in other ways. It's not always monetary, but it comes in the form of favor. So, or any kind of way that you're kind of like, oh, that warmed my heart. I wasn't expecting that. So smile when you go to Amazon.
Absolutely.
Right? Give when you can at the supermarket if you're rounding up.
Yep.
Right. Social media, correct? Your social media.
Yep.
Ask your employer if they do a matching program, correct? And gather up that stuff in your house and donate.
Yep. And then volunteer. That's another option.
There you go.
Time is always wonderful.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. And we will see you again next week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks back here again on Facebook Live with Fed Choice. Have a great afternoon.
Have a good day.